The photographer, having already found the perfect angle for the photo, still intentionally asked the man to move to the left. After 2 movements, a crisp sound of metal collision rang out. Julie thought the group photo had been taken, but the photographer quickly stated that he had not pressed the shutter button. It was then that they realized the sound they had just heard was from stepping on a landmine. The man thought the other person was joking. How could there be landmines at a tourist spot? He was about to move his foot when David, who was beside him, stopped him. David then carefully brushed away the grass under the man's foot, and indeed, there was a landmine beneath his foot. Upon learning about this situation, the man fell into a state of panic. Just as they were at a loss on how to solve this tricky problem, the photographer beside them told them not to worry, saying that he knew an expert in disarming landmines. He could contact the expert now, but a round trip would take a full 4 hours, which meant that the man who stepped on the landmine would have to wait for 4 hours. However, the photographer immediately went to a hill, took out a pair of binoculars, and began to observe their movements. At this moment, the man's friend David actually contacted that expert, and Julie, who was beside them, was very happy to hear this news. She thought the man would soon be out of danger, but the next second, David said that the landmine expert would not help a cheating woman. Julie was puzzled. David did not explain his words but instead came to the man's side and asked him if he had ever thought about why there was a landmine here. Then, he took out a shovel from the woods and, under their astonished gaze, inserted the shovel into the soil. In fact, this landmine was deliberately placed here by David. It turned out that Julie was David's fiancée, but she fell in love with his best friend. Unable to suppress the desire in her heart, she betrayed David. After it happened, the man even told David everything, believing that David was his best friend. At the time, David did not react much after hearing it, so the man thought David would not retaliate against him because of Julie. However, he did not expect that David had been waiting for an opportunity to take revenge on them. At this moment, the man suddenly laughed and confidently stated that this landmine must be fake. If it were real, David would not dare to act calmly beside him.